I have a bunch of empties here, and when I tell you for how long I have been collecting these empties, you're probably gonna think that isn't that much. But when I say the time, I need you to remember also this is what we need to keep in the back of our heads when we're buying beauty products and makeup products and backups. Why are we buying backups? This is empties for a full year. A year. 365 days. A year of empties. And that's all I could muster up. And this is something for me as well, because normally I do empties twice a year, where I do one like half a year. But this year I decided, you know what, I'm gonna save up my empties for a full year, and this shows me how little I actually use up. There are though a couple of actual makeup products in here. Most of it is going to be like hair products, but there are quite a few makeup products in here as well. But this is what I'm keeping in mind for next year, because I am dedicating 2026 to me buying less makeup, and not like, oh, I'm gonna use up what I have. I'm not trying to be a minimalist, but I want to keep this declutter in mind, fresh in my mind when I think about how much do I actually use up in a year. So let's go through this. I'm gonna have no rhyme or reason. I'm just gonna go through it. I'm gonna pick from the top and just tell you how I feel about it. Some of these things I have already repurchased because these are favorite products in my collection. I will link all of these things down below. They'll also pop up here in YouTube shopping in case you're interested in purchasing any of my favorites. Let's start with my favorite Blonde Enhancer Toning Shampoo. This is a violet shampoo. I was gonna say it's empty. Bitch, they know that. They can read. Like, they got ears, okay? They know that. I've used this up. This is not the first time I've used it up. I've already repurchased it. I use this blonde shampoo about once a week or once every 2 weeks. And it just to keep the brassiness out of my hair. Even though I have a warm tone in my hair, I don't want it to be like brassy weirdo. I still want to keep it a little bit on the undertone, like a little bit of a coolness to it. So I love this one. The Olaplex one is a violet shampoo that really keeps your hair a little bit of that cool undertone, but also doesn't dry out your hair. It's really good. I buy it at Sephora. I think it's great. Another product that I've already repurchased is the Amika Flash Instant Shine Mask. This smells great. It's the wonderful Amika scent, and this is a hair mask that is a flash mask. You only put it on as a last step in your hair routine in the shower, and you keep it in for like a minute, and then you rinse it out, and it makes your hair even smoother and shinier, especially like shiny. It is, yeah, an instant shine mask. It's really good. I've used it up. I already repurchased it. I 100% recommend it. I also have another Amika product here. This is the Amika Perk Up Dry Shampoo. This is a mini, and I love the Amika Dry Shampoo. I do repurchase this every now and then. Again, it has that great Amika scent, and I really like this dry shampoo. I have used several in my collection. I think this might have been a sample or a gift with purchase. I'm not 100% sure. I don't get PR from Amika, so at some point I did buy this, but I don't think, or maybe I did buy a mini. I'm not 100% sure, but I do love this one, and I go through a couple of them every now and then. I think it's a really good dry shampoo, and I don't think that's the one I have in rotation right now. This dry shampoo, it leaves a little bit more of grit in your hair than the, let's actually talk about the other one. This is my other favorite dry shampoo. This is the K18 Air Wash. This one for me doesn't leave any residue in my hair, and this is the one where I just want to keep my hair looking fresh. I actually sometimes spray this in my hair and leave it on like just dry. Like, I put it in my hair, I brush my hair, and I go to bed just to have my hair feeling like nice and fresh and just elongate between washes. This one I use when, like today, I didn't use this one, but I use another dry shampoo. When I put my hair up in a ponytail, I'll use one that gives a little bit of grit because it helps with a ponytail. So I have two different dry shampoos for two different purposes. Also, I did film this look as a little reel. I'm using that new Bella Beauté bar palette. If I remember, I will put that down below as well, because I did film a little look, like a little tutorial for that in case you're interested in this palette, because I do have it. This one is the Haro Haro Wonder Cleansing Oil, Black Rice Moisture Deep Cleansing Oil. I got this one in PR. I think I even got this as a sponsorship with Haro Haro. If I'm not, because I did do a sponsorship with them. Their products are great. You know what I realized? Because I'm now using another cleansing oil, and I realized this one is better. This is probably one of the better, if not the best cleansing oil. I like this even more than the Peach and Lily one, which is the one I'm using right now. You know what this one does that the Peach and Lily doesn't quite get out of the face? Those sparkle particles from really sparkly eyeshadows, this one gets rid of that one too. And the Peach and Lily doesn't fully get rid of those those sparkle particles, but this one does. So I realized that once I go through that one from Peach and Lily, I think I'm gonna repurchase this one from Hara Hara Wonder, because honestly it's better. And I feel the same about this one, the Hara Hara Black Rice Soft Cleansing. Like this combo, my face was absolutely squeaky clean. No glitter, no shimmer, no residue, and it felt squeaky clean without feeling like dry and dried out. It still had the moisture left. I loved it. That cleansing duo, I miss it. Every time I wash my face now in the evening, I miss that cleansing duo. I'm like, that's why I'm like, are you here? Because I felt like I heard it. Okay, here's another one. This is the Bumble and Bumble Dry Spun Texture Spray. I've gone through quite a few of these. This is not the one I'm using right now, but if I run out of all the dry like texturizing sprays that I have in my collection, I will repurchase this one again because I think this is a really, really good one. It gives your hair volume without making it feel like sticky or crunchy, and I really love that. I also did go through the Fresh Prince in Bel Air collab setting spray. Actually, there is a little bit left in this one. I think the sprayer might have died. Yeah, oh, it did not. There was something about this that I put it away. Is it? I don't remember the reason then. Why did I put it away? Because I feel like it was because the sprayer was out. Now I'm so confused. For some reason I put this in my empties, but now I can't remember the reason. Okay, but this is what I will say. I didn't use this on my face because I feel like the sprayer is too intense for my face. I only used this to spray my brush when I was applying shimmers, but now I'm like, why did I put it? There is a reason. There's a reason I put this. Is it because I thought it went bad? Did it sting my eyes? I feel like it was the sprayer, but not the I can't remember. But I'm gonna get rid of it because there was a reason I put it there. Just like the actual reason is like eluding me. I don't remember. Oh, I also have this one here. Oh my god, this is... Don't look at that one. Don't look at it. Avert your eyes. This is the Pixie Clarity Cleanser with the salicylic acid. I actually really, really like this one. This is the second one that I've gone through. And I really like this one. This is great for morning cleanse, and I cleanse extra to make sure that I get the benefits of the salicylic acid, because I feel like it really keeps your... I don't have acne prone skin, but I still feel like salicylic acid in your cleanser, if you really like scrub your face for like 2 minutes or something, I feel like it really helps with keeping texture away from your face, and I really, really like that one, especially for a morning cleanse. I also went through, this is actually, there is a little bit left, but the last time I was going to use it, I noticed that it gone bad. Yeah, it smelled like fermented crayons. If you ever wonder, how does it smell when it's gone bad? Usually beauty products will start smelling like crayons, but almost like a little yeasty, like fermented crayons. That's what I say. This is the Watermelon Face Polish by Fourth Rate Beauty. This is the Colourpop's daughter brand, or sister brand. I use this one in my shower to like just scrub my face maybe once a month or something, and that's why it took so long to get through it. It's almost out, but I realized the last time I squeezed it on my hand, I'm like, this smells bad, so that's why I got rid of it. But I got good use of it. I mean, I almost used it up. There's just a little bit left at the end. Oh, here is another dry shampoo. This also is one I love, the Batiste dry shampoo. So I use this one as well sometimes when I want to get that extra grit in my hair. So when I want to do, because usually I'll wash my hair once, maybe twice a week, and then I will just, with dry shampoo and like sleeping with a bun and all of those things, I will keep my hair from having to wash it or getting oily throughout the week. And then the last day, this is actually the day before washing my hair, I will just do a high ponytail. And that's the day where I will do either the Batiste or the Amika one. This one has taken me 2 million years to go through, and this is the Moroccan oil. This one is even in Swedish because that's how old this one is. This is the Moroccan oil treatment, and this is the light one. So this is for like more fine hairs, which is what I have. I really did enjoy this one. I only used like 1 or 2 pumps, and I only put it in the ends of my hair, and it lasted me for forever. And what I realized with this is that I don't need to buy a full size of a hair oil because I don't go through it. So I actually bought a mini of another brand's hair oil after, because I was like, I don't need to have a big one like that. It literally makes no sense. Oh, here's the skincare product that I've used up. This is from Sunday Riley. This is the Pink Drink Firming Resurfacing Essence. This is a peptide spray. So this was an essence with a spray. I used this as like a step in my nighttime skincare routine. Did I notice a difference? I don't know. I will say my skin, even if I don't use skincare, my skin is still nice. I don't have acne prone skin. I don't have dry skin. I do have like oily combo skin. So most of the time, especially if I'm suffering from like bad mental health, my skincare routine is just washing my face. And that's why a spray serum has really, really helped me. I might keep this bottle actually, because the sprayer on this one gives kind of a nice spray, which is good if you're going to use like a toner and essence. You know what? I'm going to keep this bottle and I'm going to use that with another, and see if I can use that with another sprayer toner, because I did enjoy applying a toner like that. It helped me because, again, when I'm suffering from bad mental health, I don't want to apply any skincare. Did I notice a difference? I don't know about that, but I also think that skincare is like self-care. It's like the step of taking care of yourself. I think that my skin, even if I don't do anything, my skin is fine. But if I do keep up with my skincare routine, my skin is great. It's the difference between fine and great. Did I see a difference between this one? I don't know about that, but I did enjoy the step of applying it. This is not the first time you're seeing this cream in my empties. I've gone through so many of the Peach and Lily Matcha Pudding Antioxidant Cream. I actually got this one in PR from them, I think, or I had it in my empties. I'm not 100% sure, but I love this one. It smells like an Earl Grey tea, because it smells like tea leaves and like a little bit of a bitter lemon. I absolutely love this cream. It's a nice mixture between a hydrating cream with almost like a fluffy gel-like texture. It really sinks into your skin. This one is hydrating enough for me to be a night cream, but it's also light enough for me to be able to use it during the daytime. So I also travel with this one because it is such a versatile cream for me. I also gone through the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, the original one from Charlotte Tilbury. This one has been great for traveling as well. And I also gone through the Pixi EOD Cleansing Oil. This is their makeup remover oil. I actually did not like this one for several different reasons. One of them being is that this packaging, this is a result of this packaging leaking. It ends up being very oily and gunky. I had to clean it off before putting it in here, because something about this packaging, when you take it out, you just get oil everywhere. Also, the smell of this, it smelled like cooking oil. So it smelled like I was like using like cooking oil on my face when I was removing. I don't mind like this one from Haro Haro. It doesn't smell like anything, so I don't mind that. But this one smells like cooking oil, and there was something about that even though I was cleaning my face, it didn't feel clean because I felt like I was using cooking oil. And it was just weird. Oh my god, I love this one so much. This is the Papaya and Vitamin C and Ginger Root and Lactic Acid Youth to the People. This is a enzyme. It's like it's not a physical exfoliator. It is a chemical exfoliator, but it's very, very mild. I love this one. I have heard though some of my friends that have dry skin that thought that this was too drying on their skin. So maybe if you have dry skin, don't use this one. But I loved this one as a second cleanse or even a morning time cleanse, because it has this really nice smell. Like really just juicy and refreshing. So I really, really enjoyed this one. Honestly, this combo, oh my god, this combo, I go through these more quickly than I go through the oils. This combo, when I was using these together, it's probably one of my most favorite like cleansing combos that I've had. I really, really like that. I also love the cleansing gel from Ole Henriksen, and I just gave a kit to my husband, and I need to ask him if he's gonna use that cleansing gel. Can I steal this one? Are we okay with me stealing this one? I also went through an hydrating milky mist. I've been using these hydrating mists as a last step again in my skincare routine at night when I've been doing it. Just like, trying to put spraying an essence, using a cream, and then just spraying a little bit of hydration on top, keeping it easy breezy, just for me to actually do my skincare. I will say that an extra like spraying steps have helped me to not like totally like miss doing my skincare. Let me see what I have else here. Ooh, I have another one of the Olaplex ones. This is the conditioner. I love the Olaplex conditioner. I even have rinsed this one out to get the last pieces out. The only thing I don't like about Olaplex is their packaging. I do wish their packaging could be better, but my hair still really loves Olaplex. And here's another one of these. You can tell I love this one. I got one in PR and then I've been keep repurchasing it. This is a dry spun texture spray. This is a travel one, so I've used it with traveling as well. Is this oil? Did I just find oil on this one? That is not ideal. Okay, let me take the makeup light. Oh my. I put this one here because I used this a couple of times and I was like, there is no way There is no way I'm gonna use this one. This is the Natives deodorant. I put it here because I'm like, it smells so good. It smells so good. This is the collab that they did with Jarritos. Spanish, not one of my languages. And this is the pineapple one, and it smells so good. I don't understand people who love these deodorant sticks. It leaves so much residue under your underarms, and it kind of balls up, and it looks like you get dandruffs in your underarms. And I know it's not just me because I see it on others, like out and about here in the US. I see people with the underarm dandruff, and I'm like, you know, there are different products you can use, right? Like, why did we normalize having visible deodorant under our arms? Like, I don't understand. It looks weird. And also, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't help with the sweating. It doesn't really even make you smell that good. I mean, I guess, yeah, it's just perfume dandruffs for your underarms. I don't understand. Instead, I use the roll-on deodorants, and this, I guess this is more popular in Sweden. This is one of the things, because I have to order this from Amazon. I will link it down below. These are the Dove ones. This is the Go Fresh with pear and aloe vera. I love it. It's just a deodorant. So this one goes on like a liquid. So it takes a little bit longer to dry down. But the problem with this is that it never fully dries down. It just stays creamy and tacky on your eyes. You get on your clothes and then it balls up. Absolutely hate it. This one, you just leave it for 2 minutes. It dries down and then it keeps you from sweating. It's invisible and it just works. Actually, these deodorants with the liquid, they work the best if you put them on before you go to bed at night. There's actually like some like, I don't want to say science because I don't think that that's the right word for it, but there are some studies that they've done of like the best point to put on foundation deodorant, and it's like before night, like when you go to bed, because then the antioxidants, what are they actually called? The antiperspirants. Whew, English is really failing me today. You give them enough time to like work, but yeah, I usually put those on at night before I go to bed. Once a day, and that's that. They're so much better. So if you also hate these stick deodorants, check out the ones that I'm linking down below, because they're affordable and they work so much better. Oh, I also put one of these in here. This is what I use to clean my brushes. This is the Sig Magic Scrub. It has like a little suction cup. My friend Lisa used this one to clean my brush. So this one is empty now, but this one has a built-in soap. So you put this on the side and you put some water on your brushes and you gently clean it here with the scrubby bits, and eventually you use up all the soap and then you get a new one. I do wish that there was one you could buy, maybe like a, because I don't need to get like a full new one every time. I wish there was like a backup that you could just get of the soap. I don't know how that would work, but that is something that I would like, just a backup of just the soap. But these are great. I love those, and that's the ones that I use for my brushes. And here's another one. I love those. Clearly, I've used up 2 in a year. So, oh, never mind. I used up 3. I say I. My friend Lisa used up 3 of those. So if you're looking for a good brush cleaner, I will leave them down below. Okay. Here's another one of these Bumble and Bumble Dry Spun Texture Spray. Clearly, they're a favorite. Let's actually talk about this because I have 2 here. This is the preferred eyelash glue that I like, and this is the Duo, the green Duo. Do you see it has the green one? The green one is latex free and it has the brush tip applicator. These are the best ones. They are affordable, they're latex free, they don't become too hard, so they don't rip out your lashes when you take them off. It's easy to take off your lashes so you can reapply them again. They're just a really good one, and I highly recommend the Duo with the green. Again, I will link it down below. I also used up one of these. This is the Josie Maran Body Butter in Bohemian Fig. This is when I fell in love with Josie Maran. I have the full size now. I absolutely love it. I used this one up during the summer when I was traveling. This is great for travel. I'm like, will I buy a new one when I'm traveling for summer? I don't know. Because I have 2 trips planned next year. I'm not going to do a lot of trips next year like I did this year, but I have 2 trips planned next year. And this was great for traveling because it was just a pouch of this. But I absolutely adore the body butter from Josie Maran. It is the perfect amount of moisture. This one and the Fenty one are my favorite body butters that I've tried. And the Bohemian Fig, of course, is my favorite scent. I absolutely am obsessed with it. Oh, here's another deodorant. Like I said, I really do love that one. Okay, I think only one more. Okay, I think there's only one more. This is a hair care product. This is the Kerastase Resistant. This is a the heat protectant. It's like a gel-like heat protectant. It's like a squeezy tube. And I bought a mini because I wanted to try this formula, and I used it up. I loved it, and I bought the full size. If you have fine hair like me and you want to use a heat protectant that doesn't like weigh down your hair, I definitely recommend this one. I will link it down below. And then I used up Tangerine Boy by Fleur. Such a good zesty. This is pretty much the only fragrance from Fleur that doesn't have a very florally dry down. This is a very zesty, citrusy, fresh, almost tangy, like clementines, mandarins, tangerines. I mean, they're pretty much all the same. But it's very zesty, it's very citrusy, it is almost a little tangy, it's incredibly fresh, but still there is a little depth to it. There is something in the background as well. And I used this one up. It's a great spring and summer fragrance, and I bought a full size. So I already did buy a full size of this one. I definitely recommend it. It's matching my outfit today. It's a great fragrance if you want to try a citrus fragrance, but it's a little bit different because it is the tangerines instead of like the bergamot or the citrus that we normally use. Oh, I also have a sponge here. This is a Cinch sponge. These last a really long time. As you can tell, I only have one sponge here for the whole year, and I did replace it, so I'm using a different one now. But yeah, I'm using the sponge from my own brand, of course. I think they're great. They last a long time. And the only reason I got rid of this one is because the last time I washed it before this time, I didn't feel like I got all of it out. And then I was like, you know what? It's time to actually replace it. It's not because it ripped, because it didn't rip. Honestly, I think they're really, really good quality. I mean, I'm gonna toot my own horn, but I did really try to get a good sponge on the market. Okay, let's talk about makeup products. So I do have two of my favorite eye primers. These are the Sigma Primer Sticks in Ignite. I get at least once a week a question asking me, what eye primer are you using? And I'm always using the Sigma Eyeshadow Primer Stick in Ignite. I will link it down below. I absolutely love it. You can use my code with Sigma, I don't think. Yeah, with this Sigmagic if you want to get a brush cleanser too. Absolutely love this one. I always have a backup at hand. It is the eye primer that I'm wearing every time I do my makeup, unless I say differently. It is always that one. I absolutely love it. Oh, here's another with the hair on it. Here's another lash glue. I actually really enjoyed this one too. This is the LH Cosmetics lash glue. That one was really good too. I used it up. I thought it was great. I have a bunch of brow products here. One of them is the Patrick Ta Major Brow Lamination Gel. I love this one, and oh my god, it's become so goopy now because I mean, we're at the last end of it. I think they're discontinuing this one. I know. I don't see the full size on Sephora anymore. It's not listed anymore. So I don't know if they're getting rid of this one or not. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's great. I love it. Right now, I'm using a different one though. I am using this one, the brow glue from NYX in the squeezy tube. I actually think it's really good. It's what I have in my brows now. I've been using it for a really long time, but I do love the Patrick Ta one. I think it's great, but I think they're discontinuing it. I also have two of the ABH Brow Definer. My favorite is the one, sir, rude. My favorite is the one that has the triangular tip. I really, really love it. And I think both of these are in Strawburn. Strawburn and Strawburn. Strawburn is it's like a strawberry blonde. So it's like a light, pale ginger blonde color. It is what I have in my brows today. It is. And as you can tell, it's not red. It's just a strawberry blonde, but it still has that like slightly cool undertone, so it looks very natural. I do have warm tones, like a little bit of ginger in my hair. I'm actually trying to transition out of that from my hair right now, but if you're looking for a strawberry blonde pen, I have never seen a better color than Strawburn from ABH. I think it is an amazing color. I mean, I've used up two this year. I'm using a third one right now, so I think that's all you need to know about how much I'm loving those. But I also do have a couple of other brow pens that I've been using this year, but I didn't love them as much as the one from ABH. Although I will say, there's another hair here. Although I will say, the one from Kosas, this one is great. This is a great brow pen. This is Brow Pop. And I had it in a blonde color. I actually really like this one. And I will say, now that I'm transitioning out of the more ginger color, I might actually go back to this one because I really liked it. So this is in the color, what color did Honey Blonde. It was a really nice warm blonde. I love this one. I thought it was great. I really enjoyed the quality of it, but I felt like I went through it kind of quick. How much is it in it? This one has 0.08 and this has 0.2. Yeah. So this one has more than double than this. Do what you will with that information, because I felt like I went through that Kosas one real fast. Same with this Morphe one. This is the Nano Brow Pencil. This one has 0.02. So yes, the Morphe one is much more affordable, but there is literally a tenth of the product in the Morphe one than the ABH one. I went through it way too quickly. Like it was way too quickly. Then I had the Brow Stylist Shape and Fill by L'Oreal. And this one was a blonde one. I like this one too. I really did enjoy it. How much was in this one? This one has 0.2. So this one had quite a bit more then, right? I'm trying to figure out how much was in all of these. Wait, so this one says milligrams though. Let me think. Yes, okay. So these two, the ABH and the L'Oreal one, those are pretty similar in how much product they have. And I did feel like the L'Oreal was a really good one too. So if you're looking for a dupe for the ABH one, I will say the L'Oreal was probably the closest one, both in amount of product and how the product felt. But they don't have as good colors as the ABH one. I also have, I have some mascaras here. Okay, let's talk about mascaras. I have this is the mascara from Gourmande Girls. I thought that this mascara was really good. The problem with it is that I didn't feel like it held enough product. I don't feel like there was enough product in this tube. I felt like I went through it pretty quickly. I also have gone through a Lancome Flutter extension. This was a really nice one too. I liked it a lot actually. Not as much as my favorite mascaras, but I quite enjoyed it and I used them up until the end, so to speak, until I couldn't get any more product. I also love the Kosas mascara. This is the Wavelength Make Waves. Wavelength. I mean, close enough. This is the Make Waves mascara. I absolutely love it. I think this is my favorite mascara when it comes to giving va-va-voom. This is like volumizing, but not to the point that it ends up being goopy or weird on the lashes. I absolutely love this one if you want to get like, not necessarily like, they're lengthening too, but I think that this one, the Bad Gal Bang, is my favorite lengthening and curling mascara. This one gives length and curl, not as good as this one, but this one also gives my perfect amount of just definition and drama and volume without being too much. But I did use up 2 of the Bad Gal Bang from Benefit. This is my favorite mascara. I absolutely love this one. I've used up 2. I think I might have a backup here somewhere, but I just really, really love that mascara. And I used up 2 bronzers. I used up the Rare Beauty. This is the bronzer stick in Power Boost. Like, I've been trying to goop out of this one, but yeah, I'm all the way to the top. I used it up. I've been trying to get in there, but it was really hard with the brush to get in here, so I kind of just gave up after a while because I was like, you know what, I'm out. But I used up a cream bronzer by Rare Beauty. I absolutely love this one. I think it's really good. If I were to declutter my other cream bronzers, or if I eventually would think that I was missing this one, I could definitely repurchase it again because I really did love it. And I feel the same about the Fenty Beauty bronzer. So this is the Private Island one. Look at this. I'm so proud of this. Look at this. So what I will say, most of this year, these 2 bronzers plus the bronzer from RMS, the shimmery one, I did travel with that one a lot. These are the 2 bronzers I used the most this year. And using only 3 bronzers for a full year, I only went through 2 of them. And that's where I'm like, I need to remember this when I'm like buying 5 bronzers. You're not gonna go, like, you don't need that many. And especially now when I'm not gonna be doing this full time, I don't need to try all the new things. I can just use some of the things that I have that I love. And I just actually did buy a bronzer in the Sephora sale that I've really been enjoying. I've used it today. It's this one. The one from Givenchy. The one that looks like this. I've used that now for 2 weeks. Or is it 3 weeks? I don't know. But since the sale, I've used it every time I've done my makeup since the sale. It's really nice. I like it. But I'm like, maybe we're good for a while. Maybe we don't need to We don't need to buy another one. I also used up one of these mini powders from One Size. This is the mattifying powder in translucent. This one, I can't get it out, like it's stuck in here. So I think this is just residue on the wall, but it's a really good powder. This is probably the most mattifying powder in my collection, which is why I like traveling with this mini size, because usually when I'm traveling, I am traveling to somewhere that's warmer, and my skin, you can even tell now that I'm in the lights, I do get a little bit glistening in the heat. And this one is my most mattifying one. So when I'm traveling, I use this one in my T-zone to get me from not being too oily when I'm like out and about. And I used it up, and I actually did have a backup that I was sent. This one I bought myself, but I was sent a backup of a mini like that for One Size, and now I'm traveling with that one instead. So I did go through that one. I also did go through, look at this. I did go through one of these mini grip primers by Milk, the Hydro Grip primer. I love a gripping primer. I've been even more into gripping primers this year because I've realized that I love a foundation that looks a little bit luminous, but for it to stay on me, again with my oily T-zone, I do need a gripping primer. So a gripping primer together with a luminous foundation that's not greasy or oily or too, you know, some of them are just too much, but the perfect amount of luminous, like the NARS something light, that one is really good, and the new L'Oreal one, the luminous one that I talked about in my yearly favorites, those together with the gripping primer, absolute chef's kiss. And I did use up one of these, and I'm actually using the luminizing version of the grip primer from Milk right now, and I'm really enjoying that one. And I used up a foundation. You know, this one has been my favorite foundation for years. This is the Fenty Eavesdrop, the blurring one. I have it in shade 9. Well, I don't because I'm out, but I used it up in the shade 9. I actually do have a second shade as well, but this one is great. This is a long wearing medium like foundation that is a matte but not flat on me. It really wears beautifully. It stays not matte, but it stays on my skin. It doesn't move around, doesn't settle into fine lines, it doesn't get greasy, and it doesn't lift or like transform with my oils. It's just a really, really good foundation, and I used it up this year. I'm actually really excited about it. I also used up a mini of these. This is the Fake Away by Tarte. I had a mini, and I used it up. There is nothing left, and I did buy the full size of this one. The Fake Away Eye Pen by Tarte is, according to me, the best, like, more peachy, I don't want to say nude because like it's not nude for everyone, but like a peachy beige for the waterline that I've ever tried. They also have it in white. It's absolutely amazing. And I do have it in full size now because I used up the mini, and I'm really proud of it. Oh, there's also apparently a Sigma lip oil in here. Did I get this here because it turned bad? Yes. It also smells like fermented crayons, but as you can see, I do have windowing here, so I'm almost out of it, and that's probably why I put it here in my empties, because I'm almost out. I would say I'm more than halfway through this, but it did turn on me and started smelling bad, so I put it in my empties. Those are the products. That's the things that I got rid of a year of empties. I feel like it's still a lot of products, but it's nowhere near the amount of products that I got in PR, but I mean, that again, I'm gonna take myself off some PR lists for next year as well, but it's nowhere near the amount of products that I bought. And I need to keep this in mind because I can't keep trying all the products now when I have told you and told myself that in 2026 I will be uploading less because I need to devote my time to other things. And also right now, the internet is not good for my mental health. It's not serving me right. So empties like this help keep me accountable, and maybe you can keep this in mind as well for the next year. And I hope you're having a great day. We're still a couple of days left of my Vlogmas, me going out with a bang before I am taking probably big parts of January off. I might upload a little bit here and there sporadically. I'm not gonna have a schedule. I might even upload something in between Christmas and New Year's, but again, I'm not gonna have a schedule. But let me know if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out the description box, and I will see you soon again, actually tomorrow, for a new video.